bright, sunshiny day here in the desert Southwest, and the temperature comfortable enough that they said, hey, let's open the roof. That's what they've done here at State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Giants and the Arizona Cardinals. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Why is my whole D-line tired?
On with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Hey, check that. Ready?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
That's a nice run right there. Able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Cardinals at 5-8, 3 games under 500. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Oh, come on.
His big tight end over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the drive takes him in the Giants' territory now, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this down to 33. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
On second down, here's Barkley. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. After the interception, here's Wilson. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for the Giants. 42 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
He finds his man complete. It's Flynn. Touchdown! A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Here's the sneak with Wilson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Giants have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Alontae Taylor, and the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Flynn. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A give up the middle to Gibson. And some room to maneuver. "68 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. It's Wilson on the option. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Straight ahead, Gibson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Come on.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And not much to speak of. Calling it 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man complete.
Maybe turn into the wrong guy.
The 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Wait a second. They declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now, let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before it could even get started. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Wilson.
Oh, that's on me.
He was trying to get it to Ridley. Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. So that's potentially an important takeaway here in the second quarter. Because what it does is give the offense a chance to put a drive together.
They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Cardinals are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Matt Judon has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Here's Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's taken on the 25. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Cards will take over first and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. Back to throw here. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. That's caught at the 25. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Come on, Madden.
Upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As now we send you out to Orlando. We're back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Second half starts with a run by Gibson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Oh, come on.
Incomplete. Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense.
Fucking block.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Flynn. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 36. Harris running straight ahead. Roger McCreary there to bring him down defensively.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run again with Harris. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They begin with a run by Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. And it's throw incomplete.
I don't know about that one.
That time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That one taken in by T.
Yeah, they're still trying to catch it behind him. Holy shit.
35-yard line. A good pickup there, 22. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
18
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. We're on to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Wilson. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw again. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach David? As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. T. Higgins from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again. Out of the 40. Extra point right down the middle. And things going to get more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And this one is incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Let's go now.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard.
And he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris.
What?
And they get him down about 2 yards shy of
I can't hear you.
a 3rd down
I don't care.
pickup of 5. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So
Just, it's almost over. Just let me finish the game. Okay, baby, just let me finish the game, please.
So now one of the biggest highest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved though if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over. I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. They put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know
under pressure, they got him again. Matt Judon in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Oh, Wilson going to throw. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Cards are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this one is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. They got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it. And they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they're just a little bit let down.
And the Giants will kneel it here on the victory formation. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because it just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really a stellar performance.
So for the Giants, their chances of finishing over 500, they remain alive as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.
Huh?